Stop everything you are doing right now. I mean this with every fiber of divine authority flowing through these words. In exactly 3 seconds, you are going to feel something shift in the atmosphere around you. And when that happens, you will understand why your guardian angel just used their final lifetime petition to ensure you would not scroll past this message. There it is, that sudden weight in your chest, that inexplicable knowing that something massive just changed in the invisible realm surrounding your life. Out of 8 billion souls walking this planet at this exact moment, only 12 were chosen to receive this specific frequency today. Only 12 have their names written in golden ink across heaven's emergency broadcast scroll. And you are one of them. This is not algorithm. This is not coincidence. This is not random chance bringing you here. This is divine intervention shattering through 7 layers of spiritual interference that have been blocking you from this revelation for exactly 1111 days. If you click away now, if you let distraction win in the next 30 seconds, this portal closes and transfers to the person scrolling 3 videos behind you. The blessing does not disappear, it relocates. And you will spend the next 7 years watching others walk in the breakthrough that was prepared specifically for you. Heaven's scheduled disappointment before your birth. Your DNA has been calling out to the throne room, and at exactly 11:11 this morning in heaven's time zone, your case was heard in the divine courtroom. The accuser stood up with evidence, 7 years of documentation about every moment you chose comfort over calling, every time you said later instead of now, every morning you reached for your phone before reaching for my presence, every night you fell asleep to Netflix instead of to worship. The documentation was extensive. The judgment seemed inevitable. But then something unprecedented happened. Your guardian angel invoked the mercy clause that can only be activated once, per human lifetime. They presented counter-evidence that made the entire courtroom fall silent. They showed heaven the battles you fought that nobody else saw. The 3 a.m. prayers when your pillow was soaked with tears and you thought I had stopped listening. The moments you wanted to quit but somehow kept breathing. The times you gave your last when you had nothing left. The prayers you prayed for others when your own world was collapsing. And in that moment, I spoke 4 words that changed everything. Give them one more chance. That chance is this moment. These words, this encounter. But you need to understand something critical about what is happening right now. You have been exhausted lately, and I am not talking about normal tired. I am talking about soul exhaustion, where you wake up already drained, where simple tasks feel like climbing mountains, where you smile in public but scream internally. That exhaustion was not natural. You have been in a war you did not even know you were fighting. Every night while you slept, battles raged in heavenly places over your destiny. Every morning you woke up tired because your spirit spent 8 hours wrestling against principalities assigned to abort your purpose before you discover it. For exactly 1,260 days, there has been a coordinated assault against everything you were meant to become. The relationships that mysteriously disintegrated, the opportunities that vanished without explanation, the doors that slammed shut when you were inches from breakthrough, the money that disappeared as fast as it came, the health issues doctors could not explain, the brain fog that made you question your own sanity. None of it was random. It was calculated spiritual warfare designed to make you give up before you discovered what you are actually carrying. You see, heaven's recording angels have been documenting everything. They have filed 47,777 reports about your journey. That is not a made-up number. That is the exact count as of this moment. Every tear you cried when nobody was watching has been collected in golden bowls. Every prayer you thought bounced off the ceiling has been recorded in books angels read. Every moment of faithfulness when circumstances screamed that I abandoned you has been highlighted in heaven's archives. And yesterday at sunset in the eternal realm, those records were presented to the divine council. The verdict was unanimous. The season of theft ends today. The spirit of delay loses its legal right at midnight tonight. The demons assigned to block your finances are being recalled and reassigned. The forces that have been recycling the same problems year after year just had their access revoked. Your bloodline has been in bondage for 4 generations, but the chain breaks with you. Hit the like button right now as your spiritual agreement with heaven. This is not about social media engagement. This is your signature on a covenant document that was prepared before the foundation of the world. Your breakthrough is directly connected to your obedience in this moment. Do it now before we go further, because what I am about to reveal will activate dormant promises that have been waiting for this exact second in time. You have been seeing numbers everywhere lately, and you thought you were going crazy. You wake up at 3:33 or 4:44 almost every night. You glance at the clock and it shows 11:11 or 12:12. You see 777 on license plates, receipts, random places that make no logical sense. Let me tell you what you did not know. Those were not coincidences. Those were activation codes from heaven preparing your spirit for this moment. Each sequence was unlocking different chambers of your spiritual inheritance. When you saw 111, new beginnings were being aligned in the invisible realm. When you saw 222, divine partnerships were being arranged behind the scenes. When you saw 333, the Trinity was placing their seal of approval on your life. When you saw 444, armies of angels were being dispatched to your address. When you saw 555, grace was multiplying what you have been stewarding. When you saw 777, perfection was being downloaded into your situation. When you saw 888, new creation frequency was being activated in your DNA. You were not losing your mind. You were being upgraded. Your body is more than flesh and blood. It is a living portal between heaven and earth. Your heart is not just an organ pumping blood. It is a mercy seat where divine presence dwells. Your lungs are not just breathing air. They are inhaling heaven's atmosphere and exhaling kingdom authority. Your DNA is not just genetic code from your parents. It contains encrypted blueprints that scientists call junk DNA because they cannot decode heaven's language. 97% of your DNA has been dormant your entire life, waiting for activation. That activation starts right now as you read these words. Every cell in your body is beginning to vibrate at a different frequency. You might feel tingling in your hands or warmth spreading through your chest. You might feel pressure behind your forehead, or a sudden emotional release rising in your throat. That is not anxiety. That is not your imagination. That is cellular renovation happening in real time. Heaven is literally upgrading your operating system while you sit here. The depression that has clung to you like a second skin is being stripped away at the molecular level. The anxiety that has controlled your decisions is being deleted from your nervous system. The fear that has paralyzed your progress is being extracted from your bloodstream. The shame that has haunted you since childhood is being dissolved by supernatural light. The anger you inherited from your father's father is being removed from your cellular memory. The poverty mindset that has been passed down for 4 generations is being overwritten with abundance consciousness. In exactly 72 hours from this moment, you are going to witness something that will make everyone around you question reality. Someone who owes you money is going to suddenly remember and reach out. Not just money. Someone owes you an apology. Someone owes you recognition. Someone owes you the truth. Their conscience is going to burn until they make contact. When this happens, you will know the portal fully opened. Within 21 days, a door you have been pushing against for years will swing open so suddenly you will stumble forward. The job you never applied for will call with an offer. The visa application that was denied 3 times will be suddenly approved. The loan you thought was impossible will be processed without explanation. The person who ghosted you will return with repentance. The family member who cut you off will reach out asking for reconciliation. This is not wishful thinking. This is heaven's scheduling department confirming your divine appointments. Before 90 days pass, the financial stranglehold breaks completely. The number $7,777 is significant for your situation. For some, it is debt being supernaturally canceled. For others, it is unexpected income arriving from a source you forgot about. For many, it is both happening in the same week. Pay attention because this is specific. The windows of heaven are opening with such force that the enemy's hands will be knocked off your finances. What took 7 years to accumulate and lack will be reversed in 7 weeks. But listen carefully to what I am about to tell you, because this goes deeper than circumstances changing. There has been a conspiracy against your destiny that started before you were born. Forces in the invisible realm knew what you would carry. They saw the anointing on your bloodline. They recognized the calling encrypted in your DNA, and they made a pact to stop you before you discovered who you really are. That is why your childhood was harder than it should have been. That is why you have always felt different from your siblings. That is why you have never quite fit anywhere you have been placed. You were not rejected by people. You were extracted by heaven. Every person who walked away was removed by divine order, because they would have contaminated what is about to be birthed through you. Every opportunity that fell through was protection from a path that would have derailed your destiny. Every loss you mourned was actually heaven clearing space for something you did not have capacity to imagine yet. What you interpreted as abandonment was actually preparation. What felt like punishment was actually positioning. The enemy has been watching you navigate through a maze of his design. Every setback was calculated. Every betrayal was orchestrated. Every closed door was his attempt to make you quit before you reached this moment. But here is what hell did not account for. Every attack made you stronger. Every wound increased your capacity for compassion. Every loss expanded your understanding of grace. Every tear became seed in heaven's soil. Every prayer built pressure in the spiritual atmosphere. And today, that pressure reaches critical mass. Type 777 in the comments right now before reading another word. This is not superstition. This is you entering your activation code into heaven's system. When you type those 3 numbers, documents in the divine courtroom get stamped approved. Resources held in escrow since your birth get released. Angels on standby receive their marching orders. The breakthrough you have been praying for shifts from pending to processing to approved to dispatched. But only if you type 777 in the next 60 seconds. Let me tell you what happened to others who received this message and obeyed immediately. David from Chicago typed 777 with trembling fingers while sitting in his car 3 days ago. He was down to his last $40 and facing eviction in 48 hours. The next morning, he received an email about a class action lawsuit he did not know he was part of. The settlement check arrived 4 days later for $7,700, exactly what he needed plus extra. He sent me his testimony yesterday with a photo of the check. Jennifer from Phoenix was trying to conceive for 9 years. Doctors said impossible. Medical reports said her womb was inhospitable. She typed 777 while crying in her bathroom. Not really believing, but desperate enough to try anything. She felt heat flood through her abdomen. Not metaphorical warmth, actual physical heat that lasted for 3 minutes. She took a pregnancy test 6 weeks later. Positive she is holding her miracle baby right now as I record this message. Twins, the same wound doctors declared dead, is carrying double blessing. Marcus from London had been passed over for promotion 7 times in 5 years. Office politics kept blocking him despite his qualifications. He typed 777 during his lunch break while watching this message on his phone. His boss called him into the office that same afternoon, not to fire him, to apologize for the bias, and offer him a position 2 levels above what he had been applying for. He starts Monday with double his previous salary. These are not fairy tales. These are documented testimonies of what happens when Heaven's emergency broadcast connects with an obedient heart. But I need you to understand something about the numbers you just typed. They did more than you realize in the invisible realm. A transaction just occurred. Your guardian angel just received authorization to intervene in 3 specific areas of your life that have been legally off limits until this moment. One area involves your finances. One area involves your relationships. One area involves your health or calling. You will see evidence in all 3 areas within the next lunar cycle. Now place your right hand over your heart and your left hand on your stomach. Feel your heartbeat under your palm. That rhythm is not random. It is heaven's Morse code speaking directly into your situation. With your hands in this position, speak these exact words out loud, even if people are around you. Even if you feel foolish, even if your voice shakes, say this: I am the one heaven has been waiting for. I am the one hell has been fighting. I receive my sevenfold restoration now. Every door opens, every chain breaks, every blessing stored up for 7 years releases today. The delay is broken. The curse is reversed. The breakthrough is here. I claim it. I receive it. I activate it. It is finished. Did you say it out loud, or did you just read it in your mind? If you only thought it. Heaven did not register your declaration. Sound carries power that thought does not. Your voice releases authority into the atmosphere that silent reading cannot accomplish. Go back and say it out loud right now. I will wait. Your breakthrough is worth the momentary discomfort of speaking to an empty room. Now take 7 deep breaths. Do not rush this. With each inhale, you are breathing in divine possibility. With each exhale, you are releasing 7 years of accumulated spiritual toxins. On the first breath, release fear. On the second breath, release doubt. On the third breath, release shame. On the fourth breath, release unforgiveness toward those who wounded you. On the fifth breath, release the poverty mindset your family trained into you. On the sixth breath, release the rejection you have been carrying since childhood. On the seventh breath, you should feel something shift in your chest. That is the sound of prison doors exploding open. That is chains hitting the floor in the invisible realm. That is freedom flooding into spaces where captivity used to live. Here is what you must do in the next 24 hours. This sequence is not optional. Your obedience determines whether breakthrough manifests in days or gets delayed for months. First, identify the one person who has been the most toxic drain on your spiritual energy this year. You know exactly who I am talking about. Your stomach just tightened thinking about them. Delete their number from your phone. Block their access to your life. Do it before you sleep tonight. Heaven cannot pour new wine into old wineskins contaminated with poison. This is not about unforgiveness. This is about spiritual hygiene. Some people are assignments from hell designed to drain your energy, distract your focus, and delay your destiny. Second, go to your bathroom mirror before bed tonight. Look yourself directly in the eyes and speak this declaration 7 times. I am chosen for such a time as this. Hell's timeline over my life is canceled. Heaven's timeline is now activated. On the 7th repetition, you will feel something shift. Some will see their reflection differently. Others will feel a weight lift from their shoulders. Everyone will know something changed in the invisible realm. Third, set your alarm for 4:44 in the morning for the next 4 days. You do not have to stay awake. Just acknowledge the time when it goes off and whisper these 6 words. I am awake for my miracle. Then go back to sleep. This synchronizes your spirit with heaven's frequency. On the 4th morning, pay attention to your dreams. Write down whatever you remember immediately upon waking. Those dreams contain coded instructions for your next season. Ignore them, and you will miss critical guidance. Honor them, and you will accelerate into purpose. Let me tell you about the person who has been blocking your blessing. They know their time is up. The individual who has been speaking against you in secret meetings is about to be exposed in public settings. The force that has been assigned to sabotage your progress is being recalled by higher demonic authority because they failed their mission. You survived what was meant to destroy you. You are still standing after attacks designed to take you out permanently. Your continued existence is evidence of their failure, and in hell's hierarchy, failure is not tolerated. Within 30 days, you are going to watch their house of cards collapse, while you are elevated to positions of influence they will have to acknowledge. Not through your revenge, through heaven's justice. You will not lift a finger. You will simply watch the divine reversal unfold like a perfectly choreographed scene you have no part in directing. What they meant for evil, God is turning for good multiplied by 7. Their weapons are not just failing, they are backfiring with precision timing. Every curse they spoke over you is transforming into blessing seed planted in heaven's soil. Every lie they spread about your character is becoming evidence of your integrity in the archives of eternity. Every door they blocked is reopening with twice the opportunity behind it. The very people they turned against you will become your advocates without you saying a word. The reputation they tried to destroy is being restored with interest that compounds in ways you cannot orchestrate through human effort. But here is something most people miss about breakthrough season. The blessing is not just about receiving. It is about becoming. Heaven is not just changing your circumstances. Heaven is changing you. The version of yourself that existed before you found this message is dying right now. The old identity that accepted mediocrity is being crucified. The former version that tolerated limitation is being buried, and a new creation is emerging from that death. You are being upgraded in real time. Your risk tolerance is increasing. You will start making decisions that your old self would have called crazy. Your fear of failure is decreasing. You will attempt things that used to paralyze you with anxiety. Your people-pleasing is evaporating. You will start disappointing people who have controlled you with their approval. Your capacity for faith is expanding. You will start believing for impossibilities that your logical mind used to dismiss. This is not motivational hype. This is cellular transformation activated by heaven's frequency. The next person you meet who carries a key to your destiny will appear within 14 days. You will recognize them by a specific sign. They will mention something you have been thinking about privately, or they will say a phrase that echoes a recent prayer, or they will carry information you just asked heaven for. Pay attention. This connection is not random. This is divine orchestration, but you have to be looking, or you will miss them in the middle of your routine. There are 3 people in your phone contacts right now who are about to betray you if you give them access to what is coming. Your discernment is being sharpened. You will start feeling uncomfortable around people who used to feel safe. Trust those feelings. Your spirit is recognizing toxicity your mind has been making excuses for. Cut them off before they get close enough to contaminate your blessing. Protect what heaven is building by guarding who has access. Your health is about to experience supernatural reversal. That diagnosis doctors gave you is being overruled by heaven's verdict. That chronic condition you learned to live with is being served an eviction notice. That pain you wake up with every morning is being commanded to leave your body. That inflammation in your joints is being dissolved by healing virtue. That tumor they found on the scan is being melted by divine light. That depression medication you take daily is about to become unnecessary as heaven recalibrates your brain chemistry. Within 60 days, you will have a follow-up test or doctor visit where they cannot explain what happened. The thing they saw before will not be there anymore. The numbers that were critical will normalize without medical intervention. They will use words like spontaneous remission or unexplained recovery. Let them call it whatever they want. You will know it was heaven responding to this moment of your obedience. But there is something you need to prepare for that nobody talks about. When breakthrough manifests, not everyone will celebrate with you. Some will doubt the authenticity of your miracle. Some will minimize what God did by attributing it to luck or timing. Some will become jealous of the magnitude of your blessing. Some will try to pull you back into the limitations you are leaving behind. Some will even become angry that you are ascending while they remain stuck. Do not waste your energy trying to convince skeptics. Do not spend your time defending what God did to people who were not in the room when it happened. Do not allow critics to steal your joy by making you question what you know happened. The fruit will testify louder than any explanation you could give. The blessing will be undeniable to those who have eyes to see. Your testimony will speak for itself to those who have ears to hear. Right now, as you read these words, there is a shifting in the spiritual realm that is affecting the physical atmosphere around you. Angels are repositioning. Demons are retreating. Doors are unlocking. Windows are opening. Fountains of provision are being uncapped. Rivers of healing are being redirected toward your address. Warehouses of blessing that have been sealed are receiving new access codes with your name attached. The wealth transfer of Proverbs 13 verse 22 is activating over your life today. The wealth of the wicked laid up for the just is about to be released into your hands. Money that has been tied up in wrong hands is about to flow into righteous hands. Resources that have been hoarded by the selfish are about to be redistributed to the generous. You are about to receive inheritance you did not work for from sources you never expected, not through scheming or manipulation, through divine favor that makes no logical sense to natural minds. Share this message with exactly one person who came to your mind while reading this. Not your whole contact list, one specific person. You already know who it is. Their face flashed in your mind 3 different times while you were reading. They are in crisis right now, even if they have not told you. They are on the edge of making a decision that will destroy their destiny. They are fighting thoughts of giving up permanently. You sharing this message is heaven's intervention in their situation. Your obedience saves their life. Their breakthrough is connected to yours. Before this week ends, expect the unexpected phone call with news that shifts your trajectory. Before this month closes, expect the impossible to look easy when heaven moves. Before this year completes, expect to be living a testimony that sounds like fiction to people who were not there. The door you knocked on for 7 years swings open this quarter. The answer you have been seeking drops into your spirit like a key turning in a lock. The miracle you stopped believing possible starts manifesting in forms you never imagined. Subscribe to this channel if you have not yet, because heaven is going to use this platform to continue speaking into your life. Ring the notification bell so you never miss a divine download meant specifically for you. And if this message shifted something deep in your spirit, if you felt the weight of God's presence in these words, if you know your life just changed, consider hitting the super thanks button, not as payment for content but as a seed of faith sown into heaven's soil. What you make happen for others, God makes happen for you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. You are stepping out of survival mode and into abundance mode. You are graduating from barely enough to more than enough. You are transitioning from borrower to lender, from tail to head, from beneath to above. The poverty spirit that has mocked your bloodline for 4 generations is being evicted today. The wealth stored up for the righteous has your name on the deed. Multiple streams of income are converging toward you like rivers finding their destined path. The atmosphere around you has permanently shifted as at this moment. You will notice it first in how you sleep tonight. Peace will wrap around you like a blanket from heaven. You will notice it in how you wake tomorrow. Hope will be your first thought instead of anxiety. You will notice it in how strangers respond to you this week. Favor will go before you like a herald announcing royalty. Something broke off you while you were reading this. That spirit of delay that has been recycling the same problems for 7 years just lost its grip. Your children are about to excel beyond natural explanation. Your business is about to expand beyond projections. Your influence is about to extend beyond imagination. Not because you worked harder, because heaven shifted the atmosphere around you. This is the manifestation of Isaiah 60 verse 22, where the least becomes 1,000, and the small one a strong nation. God is doing it suddenly in your appointed time. Remember this moment? Screenshot this message. Return to it when doubt tries to creep back in, because in this moment, everything changed. Heaven invaded your circumstances through your faith. Your life will never be the same. The portal opened when you started reading. It remains open for those who finish and obey. But it closes for those who hesitate and procrastinate. Your destiny is calling. Your future is waiting. Your breakthrough is here. The countdown reached 0. The verdict is final. The blessing is released. The miracle is yours. Welcome to your new reality. Welcome to your breakthrough season. Welcome to everything changing. It is finished. It is done. It is yours.